First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shabbat Shemrakah Kodash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you brothers out here doing this work in sincerity and the truth, the hopeful elect, the work brothers waiting patiently for Yahweh Bashim Shah to return so we can get out this place. Peace and salutation to you brothers. Right? Okay, I'm going to get into this lesson on basically the Esau's time is going to be up. You know, his reign is about to be over, soon enough. Okay, so we'll not talk too much. Just want to let's get into this word. Okay, this is Job 20:5. It says the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Right, Esau is in a peril at this time. His money system. He's trying to shut down the cash system. He's trying to rush to make this new world order his staple, which he's going to end up doing with trying to kill everybody off. You got the COVID-19, you got everything coming, plagues, pestilences. He's trying to wipe out more than enough over 95% of the people that's on earth, so he can so-called reign on his earth, with his unethical and unlogical idea. They know that the chariots are outside the atmosphere and inside the earth. Chariots are over their buildings. They know they're everywhere. Okay, come. Let me read that again. It says the triumph, the wicked is short, but the joy of the hypocrite is for a moment. So the joy that they have, how about Shema Shah? Let this devil have his 500 years to reign on his earth, But soon enough, that joy is gonna be it's just for a moment. It's gonna be placed under the foot of his neck. Gonna be placed under the foot of the Israelites. So the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Okay. And that's what it is, and that's what they end up right. They're at this point where they're trying to bring Black Lives Matter, try to bring disruption on earth, but all that's just smoke and mirrors. The Most High can see clearly through all that, the men of the Lord, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, see all through that clearly. We see the fall of this place, man. We see that the legs are partly iron and miry clay, partly strong and partly broken. We see it's about to collapse. Everywhere articles around the whole world that says America's fall is imminent, basically. Egypt, whatever. What? Because of the money system, man. All right, let's go to Job again. Okay, Job. I'll try 18:5. Job 18:5. Okay, this is Job 18, verse 5. It says, "The light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of the fire shall not shine." All right. All right. So the light of the wicked, it shall be put out. Right. It's gonna be out of there, man. So that's why they calling themselves the Illuminati. The light is not gonna be able to shine in this place anymore. It's dimming. It's dull. It's dulling out. That flame that was firing, that was had the whole world in the grips. You see the whole world, are just basically they disrespecting America, which is rightfully so. America come in their land, they take and they disrespect all the people, okay, with no problem. But now Yahweh Shema Shah is turning their strength to weakness. All right, that's why the scriptures say, "Aren't thou as weak as we?" People got the same type of military weaponry. You can't give your enemies the same weaponry you have, to which in turn they advance. So now and the rest of these nations, hey, they could quarrel with each other. Even his own brothers are gonna come against him. Okay, so all right, let's go to, I believe, Proverbs. Let's go to Exodus. Exodus 15. Exodus 15, 9. Exodus chapter 15, verse 9. It says, "The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with the wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. And that's Pharaoh, man. All right, and that's Pharaoh. Pharaoh was drowned in the waters, man. That's what they think. So that's the waters is the cover, and it says the cover. We're gonna be covered with the angels, man. Covered with the Harabashim Yahshua, the spirit of Harabashim Yahshua, man. It's gonna cover all over us, you know. In that time, the Satan not gonna be able to have the Satan, which is the so-called white man, woman, and child, man. They're not gonna have a foothold. You know, we're gonna be covered by Harabashim Yahshua. We're not gonna be in a place where we're gonna be feared. You're gonna have the covering of Yahabashim Yahshua. You know, the death is gonna come minimally. Shoot, you can see everything. Stock market's gonna crash. I mean, the dollar's already waning in the world. You know, it's not a strong dollar anymore. You know, so what they're gonna try to do is gonna try to bring their horns out. Okay, you know, so soon enough, this devil's gonna see slavery. Okay, all right, and that's soon. And that's through the spirit. That's through the words of Yahweh Shem Shah. We could tell you that to your face. E. Okay. Okay. This is I believe it's 10. Luke 10 and 18. This is Luke chapter 10 verse 18 kind. It says, this is Luke verse 10 and 18. It says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Right. And what's Satan mean? The adversary. The adversary of who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Who is that? The adversary of Satan is Esau, is E, the rest of these 2/3 Jake, and the rest of the nation. You know? But the main one is E. Okay? E is about to fall out of his power. Okay? Right? You know, so he's going to come out of his power. So what you see at this moment, his position in the earth, which Yahweh Shem Shah gave him as the whipping stick of the nations, is going to fall apart. So soon enough, we're going to see this man. We're going to see this man have nothing. You know, like we said, he's going into slavery after this. His power is going to be weak in his hand. You know, scriptures tell you they're not going to be one of the house of Esau, man. Okay. All right. Let's go to Isaiah. It's Isaiah chapter 14 and 12. Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right. They got the IMF and every nation taking the resources from the people. They have you know, they have all. Esau has his doctrines, his unrighteous decrees against Jake. You know, shooting Jake in the street, put drugs in Jake's neighborhood. You know, so now with the Most High say, he go, how's that falling from heaven, or Lucifer, son of the morning, man? How you have all this strength? Okay, you know, it says how you cut down to the ground. How are you cutting down to the ground? Why? By the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. Right, because America is, and the rest of these nations, but America is really declining fast. You know, it's about to be a big cesspool. You know, of nothingness. Right, big glass parking lot. But the economy, the dollar system is inflation. You know, if you see the national debt, you know, or you see the national debt, you see that America owes trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. All right, they ain't gonna be able to pay that back, and the elite is just gonna call them dollars in. You know what I mean? And what's gonna happen is gonna be chaos and horrible, man. You know, and all the Edomite nations gonna fight against each other and etc. Man. All right, because that dollar is what kept America strong. But Yahweh Shem Shah is making it weak, and how is he falling to the ground? Which they weaken the nations, right? He weakened the nations. Like we said, he was IMF. He wanted everybody's land taken with the gun, with his sword, with his blessing. You know? And what happened in turn? He's going to get destroyed with spiritual blessings, spiritual power, okay? All right? Okay, this is Revelations chapter 5 and 12. Revelation chapter 5, verse 12. Listen. I said Revelation, Salakia. What scripture is that? Oh, come. Okay. All right, this is Revelations chapter 12, verse 9. Revelations 12 and 9. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Right, and that's Esau and his military might, man. When they think they're gonna fight the Lord, hey, the Lord got something else with them. You know, if one angel could destroy the planet Earth, what do you think multiple angels could do? It's not gonna be it's basically gonna be it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. It's what it's going to be. It's going to be one of the greatest salvations on earth that's ever been seen, that is going to be known and known forever. You know, it's going to be a destruction. Esau and the rest of his angels going to be taken out, man. This is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, because he's an angel. This is talking about Satan. This is talking about his human counterpart, man. You know, okay. This man on the earth, you know, Esau, which is going to be cast out of his power and his rulership, you know. And Jacob is not going to have to worry anymore. The nation's not going to have to deal with him, but they're going to have to be in line, you know. So soon enough, we're going to have power over all these nations, man. Okay, he's going to be cast out of that chair, that seat that he's sitting in. Okay, that wicked chair he's sitting in, that kingdom he has. All right, his kingdom is fallen. Okay. Finish this off. This is Job 5 and 12. All right, this is Job 5 and 12. It says he disappointed the crafty. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that his hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay. All right. So he's disappointed the devices of the crafty, man. Meaning all the things that they have, the lasers, the Terminator robots, the system, the illusion, his witchcraft, all that is going to be took out of his power, man. All right, he's going to go back to his primitive era, his primitive state, man. It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward he carried headlong. Okay, right. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as the night, but he saved. That was it. He disappointed the device of the crafty. Meaning they're not going to be able to perform their enterprise, as the scripture said. Right? They're not going to be able to get their new world order into place. Right? As you see on the back of the dollar, you see where the capstone is not actually on there. But that's a couple hundred years ago when they made this. Okay. Let's see. That's back in the early about almost like 50, 60, 70 years ago. Okay? 70, 80 years ago, okay? That they made the dollar, all right? And the capstone wasn't put on there, right? Because they haven't fulfilled their new world order, and the capstone on the dollar wasn't on the top of the pyramid, was not connected with the rest of the pyramid, right? So whatever they think they're going to do, the Lord is going to intervene, you know, and save us, okay? So, hey, and with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, peace, salutation, and shalom.